Hey, welcome back. Thanks for coming over here to my channel again. If you are new, my name is Kaylin, and in this video, I just wanted to share a little bit about what it is that I do to help fund our homeschool. How do I acquire a little extra income so that I can pay for activities and curriculum and supplies and all the things that it takes to run our homeschool over here. So if you're looking for some ideas or suggestions, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I know that there is a lot of different ways that you can run your homeschool, and there are tons of blogs and resources on the internet that will show you how you can run your homeschool essentially free. There's a lot of free resources and there's a lot of free content that people provide because homeschool can be expensive and some of us don't have all of this extra money to be buying curriculum and materials and all of that stuff. So this video, I want to recognize that that is a possibility. But for me and for my homeschool, which I assume is probably the same for you because you're here, is that there are certain things that you want to invest in when it comes to your homeschool. Maybe it's something like furniture, like this shelving unit that's behind me. I had to invest in that and it was a little bit more expensive than just going down to the used curriculum sale and getting this shelving unit. Or maybe right now I really would love to have my dream desk space or table space. Whether you're buying curriculum or pencils or everything that you want to get, there can be a price tag to it. And also the curriculum, a lot of the curriculum that I buy kind of has a hefty price tag to it. So here are just a couple of suggestions of things that I do, and maybe it's something that you can incorporate into your homeschool as well. So the tagline or the thought process that I always go into it is multiple streams of income. I have tried lots of different things, and sometimes I think I'm gonna make a buck really quick or make a lot of money with one stream of income, but that hasn't panned out for me yet. So I have multiple streams of income, each of them bringing in a little bit every month, so that then at the end of the month, I have a little pocket change that I can use to spend on the curriculum. So my first suggestion is to invite neighborhood kids over. That's where I started when I decided that I was going to homeschool and I knew it was going to cost a little bit of money, is that I said, well, if I'm already going to be doing it with my child, then why don't I see if other neighborhood parents would want to send their kids over to me and have them pay me a little bit of money, so then my kid gets fun extra resources as well as being able to have that social aspect as well. This can be done with like an in-home preschool, which is kind of where, it's not actually where I started, but it is where I made most of my money when I first began. But I also host summer camps, any type of like sewing class. If you have any skill or talent or passion that you can invite kids over and have some kind of structured learning play time, then you can have other parents pay you for that. And whether that's a one-on-one lesson, like if you're teaching piano lessons or singing lessons, but I like to get a lot of kids all at the same time, because then you can charge all of the parents and make a little bit more money that way. And so if you have like a cooking class, or if you do park visits or something like that, like, hey, every Wednesday I'm gonna host visits where I'm gonna take everybody to the park. It's gonna cost every parent whatever buck a month, and then you can make a little money that way. Okay, so my first suggestion is to invite kids over and host some kind of learning, fun, whatever camp. Summer is a great time to do that because a lot of parents are looking for ways that they can keep their kids busy, and they have, you know, whether it's a summer camp or a sports camp or anything like that, especially in the younger years. I have younger children. My oldest is turning 9, so that's been my experience. But even like in the 9-year-old range, you could get real crazy. Sometimes I think I'm gonna get real crazy and host like some kind of let's go like camping in the woods kind of a thing. So I haven't done it yet, but I wouldn't put it past me. Okay, so that is suggestion number 1. Suggestion number 2 is mostly because this isn't available to everybody, but I would definitely recommend you look into it to see if there's any third-party resource that can help fund your preschool, help fund your homeschool. I didn't start this way because for a couple of reasons. I didn't want to have any ties with anybody else. I wanted to be able to do my own thing and not have to report to anybody. But sometimes you may cross a bridge or be in a phase of life where that's not really a freedom that you can have, because you want to be able to afford your homeschool. So having that third party accountability may be something that's not a hindrance for you. The two that I know that are in my area, there's one called Harmony. I think it's available in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. And then there's My Tech High is another one that's really popular. What I would recommend is just to add yourself into a homeschool Facebook group that's in your area. They sometimes, like your city name, homeschool group, or whatever. Facebook does a good job with their algorithm of putting those in front of you. So just search for a homeschool group in your area, add yourself to that group or have yourself added to it, and then make a comment on the post, or make just a question and say, hey, where do you guys go for funding? Like, is there any kind of third-party funding resource that's in our state? And I'm sure that there are somewhere. Sometimes they align themselves with a public school, and so you are kind of reporting to the public school, but you're not exactly in the school system. So there's lots of different avenues that you can look into that. I would recommend, again, just asking around seasoned moms who've been in the homeschooling world for a long time. Then you can kind of get your feel on those types of things as well. Okay. All right. Suggestion number 3 is, here we are at YouTube. Another way that I make money is by sharing my experience and my opinion and the resources that I have here on YouTube. When I first started my channel, it was when we very first started preschool with my son. So we're talking, I think this is my 6th anniversary. And although the YouTube homeschool market was relatively saturated, there were several of us. It's nothing like it is now. When the pandemic hit and there were a ton of people that jumped onto the homeschool train, there were a lot of moms who decided to share their journey here on YouTube. And I think that it's a fantastic resource. It can never be too saturated. Some channels grow significantly faster than others, myself included. Like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I'm just shy of 10,000 subscribers. But a little tip or a little insider information, the number of subscribers that you have, it does not correlate with how much money you can make doing YouTube. It has to do entirely with how many people are watching your content and how much time they are spending watching your content. So you could have 300 subscribers and, well, they've changed the rules. So you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to monetize your videos. But if you have 1,000 subscribers and only 300 of them are watching, then if you're making some consistent content and 300 people are watching that content every single time, then you're going to be making a little bit of money. Is it a lot of money? No way. Is it enough that you may be able, after saving it for a minute, be able to afford something that you wouldn't typically buy? Like maybe for me, it's BJU Press. That's a little bit more expensive than what I would normally invest in. But because I have these additional streams of income, I can kind of pool the money together and decide that I can afford something that usually just with a regular income I may not do. So YouTube is totally an option, but that's kind of that's like a long-term game. You're not going to instantly start making a lot of money unless you somehow, you could of course work really hard at it and try to figure out all the YouTube algorithms and figure out how to get yourself in front of people, and then your channel can explode. And people know how to do that. I just never did. And for me, YouTube has always just been a side hobby for me. And when there's large chunks of time when I don't post content, then I don't care. And so if you really want to make it a business, then make sure that you put in your effort and your time into that. But you can make some money on YouTube. So that's suggestion number 3. Are we on 3? I don't even know. Okay. Next suggestion, number 4, is sometimes people might stiff arm this idea, but it's something that I do and have always done, and that is to have a little side hustle, common known as multi-level marketing or network marketing. If you find a product that you love that has a network marketing arm to it, then I would highly recommend that you jump in and start monetizing that passion of that product. For me right now, full disclosure, I run a Beachbody group. I think that Beachbody is probably my 8th company that I've worked with, and it is the one that I've stayed with the longest. So that's saying something. But I do run a little Beachbody fitness group, and it's just a great way for me to be passionate about staying healthy and having energy and eating right and just kind of loving life with full purpose and heart, kind of where my channel began, and be able to monetize my coaching a little bit by helping other mamas create healthy habits and really find an enjoyment in living a healthy lifestyle. So by doing that, there's a couple of ways that you can do coaching. Of course, you can invest in a coach and pay them directly, or you can invest in a product and then the coach gets commission on that product. And that's the model that, of course, most MLMs have, is that you say, well, if you market our product, then we'll pay you a commission on it. So I do Beachbody. If you want to be a part of my Beachbody group, or if you want to build a Beachbody business, I would love to have you come over and we'll have a conversation and see if our like worlds mesh really well together. And so there's a shameless plug. Check the description box below and I will put a link down there. We can connect and then we can kind of do Beachbody together. That would be super fun for me. But if not, there's like the whole gamut of other options. I've done a ton of them, but the most important thing I can say about deciding to run a little side hustle with network marketing is that you really need to love the product. I've done tons of companies where I don't love the product. I've done some companies where I have loved the product, but the business model wasn't right, or the price point wasn't right, or I just couldn't get behind the way that the company was going. But I've done lots of different things. I mean, I could rattle them off for you, but there's no wrong way if you want to, if you're passionate about non-toxic chemicals or just getting all of your house non-toxic, then, maybe you want to go that route. If you really love essential oils, then maybe you should go that route. If you really love health and fitness and you want to get into a healthy lifestyle, then go that route. But anyway, so that's my 2 cents about that is, will it make you rich and give you like tons of money? Well, it obviously has the potential to do that. But if you go in more with the mindset of like, this is just going to bring in another stream of income for me, then that's going to be an awesome way for you to begin to help subsidize or pay for some of the things that kind of make homeschooling fun, and just some things that you wouldn't usually buy because it's not in the budget. Well, now you've just made yourself a little extra money so you can put those things in the budget. So, okay, and my very last suggestion is one that, again, it's kind of like a long-term plan. So when I started YouTube 6 years ago, I never really had any idea what I was doing, but it was about 3 years in that I was approached by a curriculum company and asked if I wanted to be an affiliate for them. And having an affiliate link or connecting with different companies that you're passionate about or you love to support is a way that you can have additional streams of income. And it doesn't have to be curriculum. I only have one affiliate, and I'm sure those of you that have been around are probably extremely familiar with what my affiliate is. But I love them and I wholeheartedly support them. And I do pay my own personal money to buy their products and bring it into our homeschool life. Do I get commission when people take my recommendations and buy it through my affiliate link? Yes, I do get a commission, or kind of like a little thank you, pushback comes to me for recommending their product to you. But you can do that for lots of different merchandise, whether it's t-shirts or workout clothes or oils or like whatever it is. If you reach out to certain companies, then they sometimes have affiliate programs. And if you have enough of an audience on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or all three, then you can get a little extra cash flow with that. And again, I just think of some really big people in social media, and they have affiliates with all kinds of stuff, like handbags or candles or scent makers or Febreze, for heaven's sake. Like, all kinds of people will give you affiliates. But I'm just a little teeny tiny channel, and so my network for affiliates is really small. You could, if you wanted to, again, as a long game, once your channel gets a little bit larger, then you can have an affiliate with Amazon, and those people who watch those videos that are just going to buy stuff that you recommend. Like I say, hey, I put all my stuff in these drawers, like check my link below, and then they buy it from Amazon, then Amazon will send you like 3 cents or something, right? Well, 3 cents isn't a lot, but it adds up over time, and then you get an extra $50 in your account, and that's kind of fun too. So anyway, those are just my few suggestions. I think I might have given you 5, but all of those are suggestions that I do. And again, it's just multiple streams of income. None of them are making me a ton of money. Some months you make more money than others. You may have more clients come into your network marketing business, or you might have more views on a particular channel. Because I am a homeschooling channel, usually the months of August and September are a little bit more viewer heavy because people are getting ready for school. And then towards the end of the school year, when mamas are looking for curriculum, again, my viewership goes up a little bit. So those types of things you just take into account. It's not a like steady stream of income by any means, but it just helps kind of subsidize, and it also helps pay for fun adventures that you want to do with your kids, or activities that you need to buy supplies for, just to kind of have a little side hustle. So, and I have many side hustles. All of them I'm passionate about and I love to do, and it's just the only thing that I would just kind of say as a side note is that make sure that it's a hobby and that it's something that you're passionate about. And when you get tired of it, or you can't find content for it, like if you're running a business or here on YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is, that it's not something that you can't step away from and then come back to. Like for me, all of my streams of income are very like hobby for me. So if life gets a little busy on another front that I have to kind of handle, or we took our big long road trip and I decided to put my energy into that and my focus onto that, then all of my side hustles were in a place that I could step away and not really like feed or take care of. And did the money go down? Yeah, like I wasn't making money, but it didn't mean that I couldn't come back to it and have a little bit of income. So anyway, hopefully there was some kind of information in this video that was helpful. Again, shameless plug. If you want to be a part of my Beachbody team, maybe you want to make a little extra money by focusing on yourself and your health and fitness and your health goals, I would love to show you kind of what I do and how I do it as a hobby, and make a little extra money on the side for that too. Check the description link below and I will give you a link for that there, or just reach out to me. And you can always follow me on my Instagram page, kaylin.morel, and my life is, happening over there too. So thanks so much for tuning in. If this is helpful for you and you think someone else would find some help out of it, make sure you share the video, give me a like, and subscribe if you're new, because I'd love to have you come along and just see what we're doing over here. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in another video.